Have you ever heard the saying that the customer is always right? Well, that's not true. Sometimes the customer is wrong, and there are times when you have to fire them. This video answers the question, when is it time to fire a customer? Hello, I'm Randy Pennington. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't receiving notifications about our new videos. Let's begin with an assumption. You aren't in the business to lose customers. But here's the thing. Sometimes getting rid of the wrong customers is the best thing you can do to energize and grow your business. There are a couple of caveats to this discussion. Every industry and business sector is a little different. The specific situations where you might fire a customer in a professional services business are likely different than when you might ban someone from your retail store. But there are principles that generally apply to every type of business, and we'll cover 4 of them in this video. 1, they just aren't a good customer. We all have had customers that are more trouble than they're worth, and you might even have a few right now. They don't pay their bills on time, their checks bounce, their credit cards are always rejected. They are unreasonable in their expectations, and you just can't make them happy. The common factor for this type of customer is that they cost you more than they're paying you. Or put another way, there is no opportunity for you to make the profit you want because this customer is eating your margin, and you can't charge them more to accommodate that hassle factor. You can occasionally save this customer by setting clearer boundaries and managing expectations. If it's someone who's been a good customer in the past or has the potential to be a good one in the future, you could and probably should have a conversation with them. It would go something like this. Joe, we like doing business with you, but it's costing us more than we're charging to make you happy. We can either charge you more, but I would rather us find a way to make sure that it makes sense for both of us to continue this relationship. Firing this type of customer might feel like an emotional issue. It's not. It's a financial one for your company. It's important that you keep this conversation about the facts. 2, the customer creates a disruption that violates the type of business you want to run. The key phrase is creates a disruption. This is the person who makes a scene at a restaurant, ruins the experience for all your other customers, abuses your team, or even worse, asks you to do something that's illegal, unethical, or immoral. There is a fine line on this one. Professional sports teams, for instance, want the fans to have a great time, and yelling at the opposing team or getting into verbal jousts with opposing fans is often part of the experience. But there is a point when it becomes disruptive to the environment and culture you want to create. Some teams have banned customers from their venues for a season, and others have done it for life. Some situations become serious very quickly, but you should be on the watch to deal with this early before you have to fire that customer. This is a good time for a reminder. Sticking up for your employees when they're being abused by a customer is one of the most important things you can do to earn their trust and support. Firing a customer that treats a team member badly sends a powerful message that your people really are valued partners. 3, the customer is no longer a good fit for you. This is another business decision that's difficult but important for your continued growth. Perhaps you no longer offer the product or service they want to purchase, or you're moving from one segment of your market to another. Several of my clients, for instance, have transitioned from offering commodity products and services that are based on price to providing higher value services and products for their industry. It's unfortunate, but sometimes changing your business model results in moving on from your customers. Getting rid of your least profitable or less than ideal customers can free up resources and create the urgency to pursue your ideal customer. We've taken several of my clients through an exercise where they dump the bottom 10% of their customers in terms of profitability and fit. And going through this exercise helps get clarity on their best customers, in addition to freeing up resources. 4, you aren't a good fit for your customer. This one tests your commitment to your vision. Imagine that you have a customer whose needs have grown past your capability. They've been a great customer, but continuing to serve them would mean developing or delivering a product or service that takes you away from your focus. And let's add another dimension. What they want you to do is profitable, and you could, with a little effort, do a great job at it. So do you take the business to help your customer, or do you send that customer to someone else? The choice comes down to the commitment to your vision and confidence in your ability to achieve it. I know that there have been a handful of requests I should have refused, but I didn't, because I looked at my sales funnel and didn't see a lot of prospects for the future. There is an item that isn't on my list of reasons to fire a customer, and that's when the customer is different in a way that violates your beliefs. Now, some examples of this are illegal. So if you're thinking about firing a customer as an act of discrimination that's clearly illegal, don't. There could be some areas, however, when your values and beliefs are in legitimate conflict with those of your customer. I'm not a lawyer, and I'm purposely not providing specific direction on this. Here's what I do suggest. Before you fire or refuse service to a customer on the grounds of your beliefs, even if it isn't a clear violation of the law, consider the impact both now and in the future, and then discuss it with legal counsel where you live if you have a concern. When you do have to fire a customer, do so with the utmost possible respect, because even when they're wrong and you can't work with them any longer, they are still the customer. And customers aren't inanimate objects. They're people, and people deserve to be treated professionally. Well, that's it for this episode. You aren't in the business of firing customers, but sometimes it can be positive. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to never miss an episode of the Results Rule Show. And as always, please share this with your friends, give us a like, and comment with your ideas and questions. Remember, the heroes in every marketplace are known by their results. I'll see you next time.